Now let's take a look at this question, and it says, in which situation would a certificate of deposit be the best banking choice? And they say answer choice 1, Samuel is setting money aside but still needs emergency access to it. Answer choice 2, Darren is looking for an investment that has a very high interest rate. Answer choice 3, Raj is looking for an investment with a fast return so he can reinvest. And answer choice 4, Hafsa wants a guaranteed return and won't need the money for several years. And so the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is a certificate of deposit? And I think it's going to be easier for us to just look up a quick definition of this. And so we can see here that a certificate of deposit is a secure form of time deposit where money must stay in the bank for a certain length of time to earn a promised return. A CD, also called a share certificate at credit unions, almost always earns more interest than a regular savings account. So let's take a look at which of these is going to be a situation in which that type of account is going to be your best choice. So one says Samuel is setting money aside, but still needs emergency access to it. And so if you need emergency access to it, a CD is not going to be the best choice for you because it's going to be money that is locked in to the bank, right? You cannot withdraw that money for a certain period of time, usually a few years. Right? Second, Darren is looking for an investment. Darren is looking for another investment that has a very high interest rate, and so that again is not going to be reflected by a certificate of deposit because Darren is going to have trouble getting a very high interest rate on a savings account, on a certificate of deposit account, because it is such a guaranteed form of account that the interest rate, although higher than a savings account, is only going to be a few percentage points. Whereas you might be looking for something that might have a higher interest rate, like a bond or something like that. 3 says Raj is looking for an investment with a fast return so he can reinvest. And again, a CD is not going to be your best choice when you're doing that because you're going to be dealing with things like the time frame that the certificate of deposit requires you to have in order to be able to withdraw your money after that point in time. So that's not going to work for Raj. And finally, 4, Hafsa wants a guaranteed return and won't need the money for several years. That's going to be the best bet for Hafsa because, again, a CD is guaranteed return. There's very little risk involved. It's much like a savings account, except you can't access the money very quickly, and that's going to be completely fine because Hafsa says he doesn't need the money for several years. So that's going to be the best answer choice number 4. So we can take a look at what the previous tutor said as well. The previous tutor said Hafsa wants a guaranteed return and won't need the money for several years. Samuel can open a savings or checking account. A checking account or transactional account is a deposit account held by an individual or a firm in a financial institution and is generally available at the demand of the depositor. Such an account can be used to set aside regular deposits while also keeping withdrawal channels open. A checking account can be accessed for withdrawals through various means such as debit cards via automatic teller machines, mobile banking, checks, or electronic transfers. Savings accounts enable a depositor to keep aside a portion of their assets and earn regular monetary returns on them through interest rates, but do not allow great mobility in withdrawals. The depositor can only make a limited number of pre-authorized withdrawals from a checking account. Darren can open a money market deposit account that offers higher interest rates than savings or transactional accounts. Raj can invest into money market mutual funds to earn dividends. Money market funds have short maturity periods and high interest rates. And Hafsa can best invest in a certificate of deposit. Time deposits that bear interest and mature after a specific period of time. The longer the term of maturity, the higher is the yield. Great answer, and I think the tutor did a great job giving examples of other types accounts that match the other answer choices. And so that's going to be the correct answer as well.